What's up, everybody? E-Rock the Red here, back for another week chock full of gaming news. We're at Gaming News Weekly, episode 33, and as always, we're starting things off with our new releases from last week. Last week, we had a good week of releases. First one, let's talk about MLB The Show 21. Came out April 20th on the PlayStation and Xbox consoles. This is your baseball game. It is considered to be the best baseball game, and for the first time ever, available on Xbox consoles. So that's a pretty big deal if you are a baseball fan and you want to check out this game. I mean, it's got it all. It's got a casual mode for those that just want to, have a fun game of baseball. There's a simulation mode. There's a competitive mode. Like, it's all dependent on what you want, how deep you want to go. You want to run a full league, start to finish. You want to just play a couple games. You want to play some online. You could do whatever you want. It's all in there, and it looks gorgeous. So, if you're a fan of baseball, check this out. It's got all your favorite players and teams ready to go. Get at it. All right, next up, let's take a quick look at Buildings Have Feelings 2. Came out for the PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch on April 22nd. Now, this is a weird game. I've been playing it for a little bit, and it is a weird game. It's basically your city management game. Think SimCity on a very, very small level, except the buildings all talk and have feelings and hopes and dreams and aspirations. And you have to basically give them what they want. You have to build buildings around them and help build up this community that the buildings are happy with. Kind of a puzzle game in that you have to try to figure out which buildings go where and which buildings can, succeed in certain places. Very interesting game. I'm hoping to have a review out for that sometime soon, but there's a lot that goes into this. So, hopefully it'll be out soon, but I definitely recommend if you're into management games and if you're into quirky games, definitely take a look at this one. Last week, we got some Immortals Phoenix Rising DLC, a new season of Warzone, and Judgment came out for PS5, Xbox Series X, and Stadia. Now, this is a game that was released only for the PlayStation 4 back in 2019. Now it's finally making it onto next-gen consoles, both Sony and Xbox, and it's from the makers of Yakuza. And it's kind of set in that world. You're a disgraced lawyer seeking redemption. You also play as a private detective. There are two unique combat styles to fight with. And in addition to that, there's a ton of skills and weapons and these really cool looking super action things. So you have to solve crimes and beat people up. It's had great reviews when it was released previously. Right now, it's at an 83 on Metacritic, so doing really, really well. I've never played it, but I am definitely eager to check this one out when I find the time because it looks right up my alley. Just tons of really cool fighting, and from what I hear, an amazing story. And lastly, we have the release of Nier Replicant for PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Now, this is a game that came out back in 2010 in Japan. There was a version of it that came to America that was a different game. Now, this is the game that came out in Japan, but polished, made to look beautiful, fully updated. What it is, you're on a quest to cure your sister from this ailment, and just the style of game, the fighting, looks very, very interesting. There has been games in the Nier series out, but this one is like I said, that original game from way back when, now available for you to play, and looking beautiful too. I mean, look at these graphics and these fight scenes. Now, speaking of the fight scenes, the way that it handles, there's different fight styles to do throughout the game, and it seems very interesting. Crazy characters, cool graphics, very Japanese looking, but definitely take a look at that one if any of these things sound like something you would like to play. All right, that's it for our new releases that came out last week. Let's talk about news, baby. We had a bunch of big news come out. First things first, let's talk about the PlayStation Store for PlayStation 3 and PS Vita. A week ago, I said that Sony was going to be closing the PlayStation 3 store and PlayStation Vita store. They have reversed that decision. There was a lot of pushback from the community, and Sony listened. They said they're going to keep it open. The PSP store will continue to close July 2nd, but that one hasn't been really utilized in quite some time. So, the PlayStation community said that they use the PlayStation 3 store, they use the Vita store, they have games they want to play, want to buy, and it was really cool that Sony listened. They said that upon further reflection, they made the wrong decision. They underestimated how much the community wanted this there, and they're, instead of shifting support, they're backing it, and it was really cool to see. In more PlayStation news, earlier this week there was a image leak, something about a PlayStation Plus video pass. And since then, we've gotten this trailer. So what it is, it's a new streaming service for PlayStation Plus subscribers. Right now, it's got 15 movies and 6 shows on it, but it is really just a test. Right now, it's only available in Poland as their test market, and if it goes well, they'll add more to it. They'll add more markets. We'll see what another streaming service will add, but for people that already have PlayStation Plus for internet gaming, it's pretty cool that you'll have a bunch of movies and TV shows from the Sony Pictures library. No info on any dates or times of when they might expand it, but it's interesting to see what they're going to do with this, especially since they just recently dropped all their movie and TV show rentals and purchases from the store. So it seems like it'll be coming, just who knows when and what it will consist of. All right, some news out of Apex Legends. You got it on Nintendo Switch, now you're getting it for your phones, for your iPads, for your portable devices. Apex Legends Mobile, a game specifically designed for that portable touchscreen experience. Right now, it is only a small beta test for Android phones in India and Philippines, coming soon, but when it's out, there's going to be its own unique battle pass, all new items, cosmetic stuff, specifically made for the mobile game. There will be no crossplay as it is its own game. And right now you can pre-register. So you can look into that if you are in India or the Philippines and want to check out Apex Legends Mobile when the beta kicks off sometime soon. They said spring, and we are in spring, so very, very soon. So keep an eye out for that. Everybody else is doing it, so why don't we? EA also announced Battlefield Mobile. No real news or trailer or anything like that yet for it. Set to come out 2022. They're doing the same thing. They're designing a game from the ground up, specifically made for mobile devices. And this will be a fully fledged, skill-based experience. they're seeing the popularity of Call of Duty Mobile and Apex Legends Mobile. Fortnite has been huge on mobile devices. And, now EA's getting in there with Battlefield. So it'll be interesting to see what this game looks like for mobile devices. But, more news as we get closer to an actual game. And some very sad news for Overwatch players. Jeff Kaplan, the lead of Overwatch, has left the company after 19 years. Really didn't say why he was leaving the company. He just thanked everybody for his time. No word on where he's going or what, really prompted this. It's kind of strange. They are in the middle of making Overwatch 2, so it doesn't really bode well for that. Speculation is running crazy as to reasons as to why he's left and the entire situation that's revolving around the sequel Overwatch 2, because that's that's still about a year out and it's been announced for quite some time. But Aaron Keller is taking over. He's been there under Jeff for 18 years. So hopefully, it won't be that big of a deal. And, we'll move on. But, Jeff, to any Overwatch fan, Jeff's been the voice and the heart of the game for quite some time. So hopefully he, hopefully ends up somewhere cool and does cool stuff there as well. And some pretty cool news for all you Star Wars fans, all you RPG fans. Word came out that Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is getting a remake from Aspiro Media. This was revealed by Bloomberg reporter Jason Schreier in an article where he said it's coming. There's no real word on when it's coming or what's going on with it, but it is definitely on its way. This was a 2003 role-playing game from BioWare, and, people love it. Some people hate it. It is very, very polarizing, but also very beloved for many, many reasons. So it'll be interesting to see what this looks like when it does come out, how much of a remake it's going to be in terms of graphics and that sort of thing. The company recently released Star Wars Republic Commando for the PlayStation and Nintendo Switch consoles, and that one, it was just a slight polish. It wasn't rebuilt from the ground up. So interesting to see what they do with Knights of the Old Republic. But I know I'm looking forward to it. A classic game, if you ask me. And lastly, let's talk about a couple game announcements that we saw this past week. First up, Lemnis Gate. This game looks weird. It's going to be coming out this summer for PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, PC, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S. I don't understand it. It's got a lot of buzzwords. It's a time loop, turn-based FPS. You've got unique abilities. And they're saying it's got 4D battles. I don't know how any of those words go together. Turn-based, first-person shooter. I don't know what that means. And then also you got time loops into it. I don't know. It looks really, really cool. Looks very original. So if they could pull off something here, I am down. I love really different original games, and I love FPSs. So, I'm very eager to see more of exactly what this game is. And last up, we got an announcement for a little game called Summertime Madness. This one set to come out for PC and console sometime in 2021. I saw this trailer and I had to include it. It is a beautiful game. Basically, the premise is you're an artist and you made a deal with the devil, but now you're trapped inside one of your pieces of art and you need to escape. Other than that, I know nothing except the beautiful looking drawings and art style. So keep this one on your radar. And with that, another Gaming News Weekly in the books. Thank you so much for checking it out. Let me know what you thought, what I missed, and what I could do better. I'm here for you. We'll see you next week. Bye.